Okay, good day class. Ngayon, itatakal natin all about the organic compounds because this is now our final term. So we are done with the inorganic compounds during the prelim and the midterm. So now we will discuss about the organic compounds. So this will be your last term for this first semester, and next semester, iba na naman yung chemistry natin. So first, for the last, it's the organic compounds. Organic compounds. Okay, I will use my pen. So do you know that organic before, the scientists of the 18th century and the mga 19th century, they use the term organic because they refer it na yung substance na yun, yung chemicals na yun, was obtained from the organized or from the living systems. Like for example, the organic fertilizer, kasi sinasabi nila, it is organic in the original sense that it comes from the living organism. So before, yung theory nila kapag organic, it comes from the living organism. But then, more to that, ano ba yung element na meron sa organic compounds? So the unique element na masasabi natin, yan, organic compound yan, kapag meron siyang carbon. So this is the very unique na meron ng ating organic compound is kapag meron siyang carbon. So carbon, element of organic compound. Yung isang bagay kapag tiningnan mo yung molecular formula niya or chemical formula niya, kapag may carbon, automatic organic compound yan. Yung sinasabi nila. But then, this German scientist named Friedrich Wöhler, si Friedrich, other pronounces as Friedrich, others pronounces as Friedrich, basta si Wöhler, he's a German chemist, na siya yung nag-discredited ng vital force sa theory na nag-prompt ng other scientists to synthesize organic compound. It happened before because si Wöhler, nag-hit siya ng inorganic salt. So, inorganic salt. So, they expected na magiging product is inorganic rin kasi from inorganic salt. But then, however, si Wöhler na-discover niya, yung na-extract doon from the inorganic salt was urea. So, alam naman natin yung urea is a blood component, is a body component na meron tayo as a living organism, may urea tayo. So, it is very well known na yung urea is organic compounds. So, dun yun class nag-start yung vital force na discredit. Sabi nila, inorganic compound, magpuproduce rin ng inorganic compound. But no, after heating yung ammonium cyanate, yun yung inorganic salt, ammonium cyanate. After heating this inorganic salt, nag-produce siya ng urea. And urea is organic. So doon na found out ng mga scientists na hindi lang pala ganun yung organic compound. Organic compound has more on to say regardless sa kanino mga sinasabi. So, in short, organic compounds contains element carbon. Tandaan ha, organic compound talagang may carbon yan. With few exemptions. So, sino yung mga few exemptions natin? We have carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, carbonates, and the cyanates. Okay. So, si carbon monoxide, although may carbon siya, although meron siyang carbon, lahat silang apat, although meron silang carbon, but then they are already inorganic compounds. Ma'am, bakit? May carbon, bakit inorganic compounds sila? Kasi, ito si Wöhler, nahuli yung pagka-discover niya. Nakita niya na una, kumbaga yung organic compound, ito, this four, was already labeled as inorganic before pa ang theory ni Wöhler. So, kasi nahuli sila, this four is already labeled as inorganic. So, yun yung mga exception nila. But the rest is kapag merong carbon, that is already organic compound. So, that is why organic chemistry is the study of carbon-containing compounds. Organic chemistry ang tawag doon. And of course, common sense, inorganic chemistry naman, yun ang study ng lahat ng elements and all ng mga non-carbon compounds. Going through, here is the table. And I have to put a star in it. Hindi makita. I have to put a star in it para malaman nyo guys that this is very important ang table na to. Dapat alam ng mga medtechs ito, table. So, table na lang yung nilabas ko para madali siyang explain and madali siyang i-memorize. So, the difference between organic versus inorganic compounds, when it comes to bonding, organic compound is covalent. Diba? Covalent nag-share. And often ionic is nagta-transfer. Kasi, diba, carbon, ilan nga yung valence electrons ni carbon? 4. It is located in group 4. So, therefore, it has 4 valence electrons. And alam natin na kapag 4 yung valence electrons ng isang element, hindi na siya pwede magta-transfer kasi nga, yung maximum na tina-transfer natin is only 3 electrons. So, carbon has 4 valence electrons, so na-exceed na yung 3. So, therefore, mag-share na siya. So, common sense, carbon, organic compound kasi carbon siya mostly, mag-share siya. So, therefore, it is covalent bond. And the forces between, kasi covalent siya, weak siya. Covalent bond is actually weak kasi. And since it is ionic, si inorganic, it is quite strong. With a physical state, gas, liquid, or low melting point solids. Tandaan natin, si organic is low melting point solids, whereas si inorganic is high melting point solids. When it comes to flammability, flammable katama si organic compounds because of the carbon. And usually, non-flammable si inorganic. Hindi lahat ha, sabi dito usually, but mostly, inorganic compounds are non-flammable. And when it comes to solubility in water, hindi masyado soluble si organic compound, wherein an organic compound is very, very soluble. Often high yung solubility niya, often low yung solubility niya sa water. Next is the conductivity. Hindi pala siya very soluble kasi. High yung solubility niya. Often high yung solubility niya and low yung solubility dito. And when it comes to conductivity of water solutions, usually si organic compounds are non-conductors and si inorganic compound are conductor. And the rate of chemical reactions, usually it is low kasi nga weak and it is a covalent, and usually fast naman si inorganic compounds kasi it is ionic. So this table has a star. It means you really have to memorize this one, familiarize. Hindi lang enough class yung familiarize. Dapat you really have to memorize it by heart para hindi nyo malimutan kasi lalabas talaga ito sa exams. And sabi ko na kanina, sabi ko sa GC, yung finals term natin it is more on readings, familiarizations, and namings, and drawing the structural formula. So, brace yourself, prepare yourself. Pero madali naman yung class. Okay, next. Here, carbon atoms also have the ability to bond covalently to other carbon atoms to form chains and networks. This means that two carbon atoms can join by sharing 2 electrons to form a single covalent bond. Pwede ganito as long as the diagram. Yan. Bakit 1 valence electrons? Kasi understandable, it will share to the other atom. Usually si hydrogen yung kaban niya kasi organic compound na tayo. A third carbon atom can join the end of this chain. Pwedeng maging 3, or pwedeng as much as possible, pwede pa itong magsugpon di class O. Depende. Depende sa marami. Next. The electrons not involved in the forming the chain can be shared with electrons of other carbon atoms to form chain branches, or with electrons of other elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So you always have to remember that when we say organic compounds, yes, organic compounds, merong carbon, usually bonded to hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. You always have to remember it. Diba yung carbohydrates, protein, nucleic acid, lipids, lahat yun are organic chemistry, organic compounds yun. Kasi meron silang carbon, or hydrogen, or oxygen, or nitrogen na combined with carbon. Pwede rin mag-create ng double bond or ng triple bond as long as merong carbon, that is organic. Now, next, isomerism. Ano ba yung sinasabi natin na isomerism? Isomerism, it is where 2 or more compounds have the same yung molecular formula nila, pero different lang yung arrangements nila. Structural isomers is a part under siya ng isomerism. Under ng isomerism is the structural isomers wherein same yung molecular formula ng organic compounds, but yung atoms, in which atoms the bond in different patterns. So, ma'am, paano yan? This is the example. Like, for example, the ethyl alcohol and the dimethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol, ilan yung carbon ni ethyl? 1, 2. So, carbon is 2, and hydrogen ilan? Wait, hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, H, 6, and ilan oxygen? Only 1. How about si dimethyl ether? Ilan yung carbon niya? 1, 2. Ilan yung hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hydrogen is 6 and oxygen is also 1. So, when you look at it, class, pareho sila ng molecular formula. C2H6O. But they are different. They are different organic compounds, whereas ethyl alcohol is liquid at room temp and completely soluble in water, whereas dimethyl ether is gas at room temp and only lang siya partially soluble in water. Ganun yun, class. So, they are different substances, they are different compounds, hindi sila pareho, pero pareho yung molecular formula niya. That is what you call the structural isomers. If you can see here, sa structure niya, class, dito, C is already directly bonded sa C, whereas dito sa dimethyl, nag-bond sila sa oxygen. Yung oxygen ni ethyl is dito pa nag-bond. So, as you can see, different yung patterns nila, pero sa molecular formula is same. That is what you call isomers, structural isomers or isomerism. Nagets? Okay? Let's take this example. Which one of the structures below represent the structural isomers of eto? So, hanapin natin yung structural isomer ng ganitong formula. So, to make it easier sa inyo, class, yung technique ko dito is first, you have to count the elements involved. I'll start first with the carbon kasi organic to. Ilan ba yung carbon dito? 1, 2, 3. So, 3 carbon. Next is hydrogen. Ilan bang hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And oxygen, ilan? Isa. So, I have to look at the choices. Dapat, yung choices, magkakaroon ng same molecular formula na to. Dapat 3 carbon. Let's look at choice A. Ilan carbon? 1, 2, 3. So, pasok siya. Letter B, ilan yung carbon? 1, 2, 3. So, pasok din siya. How about si letter C? 1, 2, 3. Okay, pasok siya. So, pasok lahat sa carbon. Next, let's look at the hydrogen. Sa letter A, ilan ba yung hydrogen? Letter A, ilan ba yung hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, pasok pa rin si A. Si B, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 lang yung hydrogen ni B, dapat 6. So, hindi na siya isomer. So, B is already X. So, let's see kung si letter C, 6 rin yung hydrogen niya. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, pasok rin siya. Next, the final verdict is the oxygen. Ilan dapat yung oxygen? Isa lang. Letter A is isa. Pasok siya. Letter C, 1, 2. So, dalawa yung oxygen niya. So, this is not the isomer of this one. This is the correct answer. Letter A. Kasi C3H6O. Magkaiba lang yung arrangement niya kasi dito may double bond. Siya single bond lang. Dito yung kanyang double bond. But then, kahit magkaiba yung arrangement niya or yung pattern niya, but then the chemical formula is the same. That is what you call isomers or structural. To make it more complete, this is what you call the structural isomer. Nagets? Okay. Next, moving on. Before moving on, you need to understand, class, the meaning of this one. Functional group. Ano ba yung functional group? Functional group, it is a unique reactive combination of atoms na siya yung nagde-differentiate sa molecules ng organic compounds. Because organic compounds has many molecules and mahirap siya tandaan, mahirap siya i-memorize, mahirap siya i-name. So therefore, it is very important na malaman mo ang functional group in order for you to make your life easier sa organic compound, sa organic chemistry na lesson natin. Para maging mas mahapos, class, dapat mabalaan yung ilang functional groups. Okay. Expanded structural form. Ang typo lang ito, class. Yung expanded structural form, it shows all the covalent bonds. Not ionic bonds, but covalent bonds. Bakit nga? Kasi we're talking of carbon. So, Be careful of this one, ha? Pag nilagay ko sa exam, shows all ionic bonds, of course. Statement 1 is wrong na yan. Okay? Dapat covalent bonds. Next, the condensed. Yung condensed na structural form shows the general arrangement lang, but without the covalent bonds. So, sa expanded structural formula, mahaba siya. Whereas si condensed is pinaiksi siya. Okay, looking at this, sabi dito sa exercise na ito, write a condensed structural formula for each of the following compounds. Because this picture, ito yung tinatawag natin na expanded structural formula. Ito yung mga expanded. Yan yung itsura ng isang expanded. I have to delete. Okay. So, mag-write tayo ng condense. Sa pag-write ng condense class, iisipin lang natin kung ilan yung carbon at ilan yung hydrogen, but not necessarily na 1, 2, 3, 4, C4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, C4, H10. No, hindi ganito yung pag-write sa organic compounds. So, sa pag-write ng organic compounds ng condensed structural formula, usually, letter A, usually hydrogens belonging to our carbon are grouped to the right. Okay. So, first, let us look at this one. Let us separate them first. Ayan. Separate dito. Separate. Let us look at the picture as something like this. So, iuna muna natin itong first na circle. So, that is C. Isang carbon. Ilang hydrogen? 3. CH3. Then, draw a line. Meaning, nag-bond sa isang carbon at ilang hydrogen? 2 hydrogen, CH2. Next, draw a bond. C. Ilang hydrogen again? 2. And draw a bond. And the last one here, C. Ilang hydrogen? 1, 2, 3. CH3. So, this is now the condensed structural formula ng letter A. CH3, bond CH2, CH2, CH3, or yung iba class, they write it directly as CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Wala ng line. They omit the line. But this one sa atin, let us not just omit the line to make it easier for all of us. So, sa lahat ng mga exam scores or sa activity nyo, always make sure to draw a line para malaman natin. Okay? Yung bonds. So, yan yung general rule ko. So, dito, in-explain lang naman niya. Ito rin yung final answer niya. Tama ba tayo? Yes, we are correct. Sabi ko dito, minsan ino-omit niya yung line, or minsan ito, kasi dalawang CH2, in-enclose sa parentheses, and naglagay lang siya dito ng subscript na 2 to make it said na 2 times 2 yan. Okay? Okay. Okay. This one, I also will draw a star. Meaning this table is very important. Man. You need to memorize it by heart. Mom, i-memorize ba lahat? Yes. You really have to memorize it by heart. You have to remember, class, that alkane, wala siyang functional group. So, wala siyang functional group kasi usually, single bond siya. Yung carbon natin, kasi organic compound tayo, we're talking about the bonds ng carbon, is usually single. Here is the example. Ito yung expanded formula, CH3, CH3. Usually single bond sila. Ito yung condensed formula. And this one, CH3, CH3, yung common name yan is ethane. Now, ethane, A-N-E, that's why A-N-E yung end dito. How about alkene? Yung functional group ng alkene is double bond yung carbon natin. So, usually class, may mga hydrogen na talaga yan na naka-bond sa carbon. Carbon is usually bonded to hydrogen. So, kapag nagsulat sila ng formula na walang may nagbaband sa carbon, automatic, understandable na merong hydrogen dyan na nagbaband to make it 8 valence electrons gapon class. 2, 4, 6, 8. Dapat masatisfy yung octet rule natin always. So, double bond, it is ethylene. Not ethylene, but ethylene kasi E-N-E. How about kung alkyne? Alkyne, eto, triple bond na. Example, acetylcholine. You have to memorize the functional group kasi very important yung functional group. Yung mga common name dito sa last part, medyo familiarize nyo na rin yung mga condensed structural formula nila. And aromatic, si aromatic is ilang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 sides, and nag-alternate si single bond, si double bond, single, double, single, double. Next is alcohol. The functional groups ng alcohol, tandaan mo yung COH. Basta yung chemical formula is merong COH at sa ending, sa punta, like this one, automatic, like this one, C, and may OH, it is already an alcohol. An ether, COC. Amine, NH, dalawang hydrogen. Amine yan. Si aldehyde, COH, pareha sila ni alcohol. Si alcohol, single bond. Si aldehyde is merong double bond. So, C, double bond, tapos H, that is already aldehyde. Si ketone naman, C, double bond, O lang. Si aldehyde, ketone. Carboxylic acid, C, double bond, OOH. Tapos ester, ganito, ganito. So, you really have to memorize the functional group of the alkane, alkene, alkyne, aromatic alcohol. Lahat yan kasi memorize nyo. Okay, they are all very important during this organic compound. But more on, magpo-focus tayo sa alkane, alkene, and alkyne. Okay? Next. Do you know hydrocarbons? From the name itself, hydrocarbons. Ano kaya yung mga element na involved in the process? Of course, carbon and hydrogen. If there is a carbon and the hydrogen involved, they are called hydrocarbons. And usually we have saturated hydrocarbons and the unsaturated hydrocarbons. The saturated hydrocarbons are called alkanes. So alkanes are also called saturated. And the unsaturated, si alkenes, alkynes, and aromatics, they are unsaturated. So first, let's talk about alkanes. The general formula is CnH2n plus 2. First, let's talk about methane. Methane, this is the simplest na alkane. 1 carbon at the center and 4 hydrogens at the corners of a regular tetrahedron. So ito yung molecular formula, CH4. C 2, 4, 6, 8. Single bond lang to. So, may hydrogen yan lahat. Hydrogen, hydrogen. So, that is the structural formula of methane. Ito yung structural formula ng methane. It is the simplest alkane and it is the primary compound in natural gas, efficient, clean burning fuel. Efficient in cleaning and in burning fuel si methane. Okay? Methane. Ito yung sinasabi natin class na tetrahedral structure. Usually, yung angle dito, parang 3D siya. 3D siya. And the angle is 109.5 degrees. And then, may nakakonect na mga hydrogen sa bawat sulok. Kapag planar representation, ito lang. Yung drawing ko kanina. And kapag space filling model, yung mga balls, ito yon yung itsura niya. The black one is the carbon. And the light colors are the hydrogen. So, isang carbon, 4 na hydrogen. Ganun yung kanyang representation. Okay? Methane. Tapos na tayo sa methane. Next. Ethane. You notice yung class A and E, yung last part kasi alkane. We are talking about alkane. So, A and E rin yung ending. So, the molecular formula is C2H6. So, meaning merong 2 carbon at 6 na hydrogen. Si ethane, it is a minor component of natural gas. Minor component ng natural gas. Also, tetrahedral geometry. Bakit ganyan yung spelling ko? Tetrahedral geometry. Okay? Next. Ito yung kanyang structural. Kasi 2 carbon. So, yung 2 carbon, of course, magbaband talaga yan. And since 6 na hydrogen, since 2 carbon, so divided yung 3 sa isang carbon, yung 3 sa isa ring carbon. Space filling model, ito yung carbon, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Yan. So, C2H6, this is ethane. Okay? We're done with the ethane. So, i-familiarize nyo lang muna ngayon. Next example of alkane is the propane. And the molecular formula, Tandaan class very important ang mga molecular formula. C3H8. So meaning tatlong carbon with 8 hydrogen. Extensively used as an industrial fuel as well as for home heating and cooking, si propane. Next is si butane, di ba? Kinagamit to lahat na sa pagluluto, butane. It has 4 carbons and 10 hydrogens, and hydrogen atoms are not geometrically equivalent. Sa lahat ng example ng alkanes, ito lang yung not geometrically equivalent. And si butane are merong normal and branch alkane. Normal and branch alkane. So when we say normal, meaning naka-straight line siya. And si branch, pwede rin isat na may branch, meaning may naka-attach na isang group sa center niya. Okay? To make it more understandable, here's the figure. Ito, it is the normal butane and butane. Kasi straight line siya class. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Diba sabi dito, 10 ang hydrogen. Let us count. 3, 5, plus 2, 7, plus 3, 10. So, 4 na carbon. So, okay. Ito, yung branch na butane. Kapag branch, usually, we attach the word iso. Iso. Kasi, ito class yung branch. Yan. Instead na dito si H3, yung isa sa N-butane, straight line. Dito may branch. Yan. Parang may naka-attach. Yan. Kasi, and this is this space filling model. Ito yung carbon, 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 carbon. And ito yung naka-attach na part. Okay? Yan. Kapag branch yan, we usually added the term iso. So, it's isobutane. Meaning, kapag may iso, alam na natin, branch yan, may naka-attach yan. Isobutane. Ilan nga yung carbons ng butane? 4. You really have to remember that, class. 4 na carbon and 10 hydrogen. Okay. Proceed. Conformations. Ano ba yung conformation? When we say conformation, it is the different arrangements of atoms in space achieved by notation about single bonds. Okay. Kasi, kapag single bonds, the organic molecules are in constant motion. Meaning, constant silang gumagalaw. So, it can twist. Nagtitwist sila, nagtiturn sila, nagva-vibrate sila, or nagbe-bend. That is why, sa notice nyo kanina, may mga isomers tayo kasi constantly nagmo-move yung mga involved na mga molecular formula kasi single bond lang siya. So, nagmo-move siya. Conformation, yun yung nagdi-different yung arrangement niya due to the movement of the compounds. Like for this one, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Ito, CH3, CH, parehas lang CH3, CH2, 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 CH3, CH3. They are just the same. Yung pinagkaiba lang nila is yung arrangement. Kasi ito naka-straight. Ito parang naka-zigzag. 1, 2, 9, ganun. But then, ang ending, same lang sila. Same. But then, ito, nag-zigzag lang ito nag-zigzag ito Kasi nag-undergo siya ng conformation. This is what you call the conformation. Same sila na compound. Nag-iba lang yung arrangement niya. Kasi, constantly yung alkane is nagmo-move. Okay? Ito rin sa B. CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. Ma'am, parang magkaiba sila kasi dito, pang second yung branch. Dito, pang third. No, they are the same class. Kasi nag-twist lang. Yung ang CH3 dito nag-start sa ending. And yung CH dito, CH. So, from first, second, so pang number 2 din to. CH2, CH2, CH3, CH3. Nag-twist lang, nag-reverse lang. So, they are still the same. Conformation pa rin sila. They are just same molecule. Ito rin sa letter A, same molecule. Yung hindi same molecule class, or the structural isomer talaga, is si letter C. Why? Kasi kapag baliktarin mo, kasi kapag tingnan mo kapag nag-reverse talaga siya, hindi talaga siya. Kasi yung branch niya talaga is number 3. 1, 2, 3. Kahit baliktarin mo pa yan, kasi sa sinauna is number 2, they are not the same talaga. Yes, they have the same molecular formula, pero different yung arrangement ng atom. Ano nga yung tawag doon? Isomers. Structural isomers. So, they are not the same molecule. Magkaiba talaga sila. Nagets? Si confirmation. Basta yung gist lang ni confirmation is that the alkanes are constantly moving bangod kay single band lang siya kas. Okay? Ito, explanation lang naman ito. Next. Now, I will put again a star in this table kasi very, very important. Sa lahat ng mga diniscuss ko, ng mga ethane, ito, sa mga butane, methane, this is the summary. Ito yung table, yung summary. Class, you need to understand sa pagtingin ng mga organic compounds. First, look at the carbons, the number of carbons. Kapag isa lang yung carbon, automatically, that is methane kapag single band lang lahat. And the molecular formula is CH4. Eto, dito tayo magbe-base more sa CH4 sa structure, CH4. Kapag dalawang carbon, that is ethane. CH3, CH3. Tatlo, propane. CH3, CH2, CH3. Apat, butane. Ito, 5, pentane. Pagdating naman sa 5 class, nagiging madali na siya kasi naging Greek prefixes na siya. Diba? 5, pentane, 6, hexane, 6, hept, 7, oct, 8, nona, 9, deca, 10. So, the number of carbons. Look at the number of carbons. Ganun yun, class. That is for the alkanes. Now, meron pang isa, class. Additional. Bakit maraming additional? Ewan ko rin yan sa organic compounds. Okay. The additional one is the alkyl group. It is very common kasi class sa alkane na magkakaroon ng alkyl groups because may nagbabranch, may naka-attach. So, nagiging alkyl siya. Yung alkyl, pag sinabi natin alkyl, yung alkane na formula minus 1 na hydrogen. Minus 1 lang na hydrogen. A group differing by 1 hydrogen from alkane. So, if the parent alkane is methane, di ba pag sinabi natin methane, ilan yung carbon? Isa lang. And yung banded na hydrogen ni carbon ni methane is 4 na hydrogen. Sa alkyl, instead na 4, magiging 3 siya. And magdodraw tayo here ng dash or symbol as symbolize na branch siya. Naka-attach siya, na branch siya. And instead of saying that it is methane, since it is already alkyl, we change the last 3 letters into IL and magiging methyl. Instead of methane, nagiging methyl. Meaning, methyl, isa rin yung carbon niya, but then yung hydrogen na banda niya is 3 na lang. Nag-minus 1 tayo. And ethane, nagiging ethyl. Imbes na CH3, CH3, naging CH3, CH2, branch. Propane, propyl, butane, butyl. And merong iso. Kapag sabi kong isopropyl, di ba, may naka-branch dito. Okay? And same there, isobutane, isobutyl. Nag-minus na rin sila ng number of hydrogen. Ito dito yung nag-minus. Nagets? Yung pinag-iba ni methyl and methane ng alkanes sa alkyl. Okay. Moving on. For this one, for the nomenclature, sa nomenclature ng alkanes, I need you class to have your full attention here kasi medyo siya nakakalito. You can reduce the playback speed pwede nyo para makalagas ka mo, or you can listen very well. Step 1 sa pag-name. Okay? This is very, very nakakalito, so I have you to listen. First is name the longest chain. Name the longest chain. Okay. Step 1, name the longest chain. The longest chain, the longest continuous carbon atom chain is chosen as the basis for the name. The names are those given in previous na 11.4. Ito, for example, for this one. Okay. So, molecular formula, sa condensed formula na ito, we will locate the longest chain. So, pag-locate ng longest chain class, we will count the number of carbons na parang nagiging continuous. Dapat continuous siya. And kung saan yung mas pinakamarami or mas pinakamataas na number ng carbons, yun yung susundin natin. Like for example, here, we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, merong 4 carbons. Pwede. Ito, hindi na natin, wag tayong magaganito ha. Hindi yan pwede. That is wrong. Dapat kasi sabi dito, continuous lang. How about for example number 2? Let's take this one. 1, 2, 3. How about kung dito naman na carbon? It's still 4. So, 4 carbons. Pag sinabi natin 4 carbons, ano ngayon? Go back to the table. Kapag 4 carbons, it is butane. So, we know that this one is already butane. Ito. Yan. Ito yung naka-blue, yan yung kanyang pagpasunod class sa kanyang continuous long chain. How about for this one? Okay, next, let's draw a line. Let's start, it is a trial and error class. Titingnan natin kung saan yung mas mahaba. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have 4. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 man si green. How about si red? How about we'll start here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5. Meron tayong 4, meron tayong 4, meron tayong 5. You can actually class add naman. Pwede ka man din mag-start. Saan ka magsa-start? Dito ka magsa-start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ganon din. But then the longest chain here so far na meron tayo is 5. So, kasi mas mahaba, mas long si 5 kasi sa 4. So, yung susundin natin is si 5. And kapag 5 carbons, go back to the table. Ano nga kapag 5 carbons? It is pentane. So, therefore, this one is pentane. Check. Next, the last one, first. Okay, start tayo dito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we have 6. How about mag-start tayo dito? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also 6. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 lang siya. Hindi na siya pwede. Let's add another color. So, how about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 na siya. So, yung pinaka-long is number 6. Since number 6 yung pinaka-long, ano ngayon kapag meron 6 siyang carbon? Hexane. So, this one is an hexane. Happy dito, often there is more than one way to designate the longest chain. Either way, in this case, 6 yung pinaka-long from this one, and from this one, all this 6. Dapat continuous class ha. Yung line na makonect natin dapat continuous. Hindi pwede na mautod-utod ina. Kaya hambal dapat continuous. Okay. So, you really have to plot. Dapat alam nyo kung paano mag-plot ng merong longest chain. Kasi that one pa lang is tricky na. So, you really have to practice and practice. Okay? Step 1 pa lang yan. Step 2 pa. Step 2. Next, number the longest chain. Since nalaman na natin, we detect na kung saan yung longest chain, we have to number the chain. And sa pag-number, we have to know that the atoms in the longest chain are numbered consecutively from the end that will give the lowest possible number to carbon to which a group is attached. So, sa pag-number ng carbon, ng longest chain, it is very important na tingnan nyo yung carbon na mayroong attachment, na may naka-attach na group. So, like for example, for this one, asan ba yung may carbon na may attachment? Ito. And sabi dito, dapat yung may attachment, lowest possible ang number niya. So, that is why, class, the number 1 starts in here. 1, 2, kasi yung naka-attach is number 2. And hindi siya nag-start dito, 1, 2, 3. Kasi kapag dito siya magsa-start, from the left, yung may naka-attach is number 3. Dito, if from the right siya nag-start, number 2. So, sabi dapat lowest. So, saan sa dalawa yung mas tama? Ito yung mas tama. Kasi lowest yung may naka-attach. Nagiging lowest number. This one and not this one. Okay? How about this one? Dito siya nag-start 1, 2, 3. Ito yung naka-attach. 3. Pwede rin naman 1, 2, 3. So, pareho lang naman. In that case, kapag pareho lang na sila class, okay lang. Class, huwag nyo ina-number yung hindi naka-attach siya. Sabi nyo 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. This one is not a continuous, so huwag nyo pwedeng i-number. Okay? That is for step 2. It is also a continuation of the step 2 kapag 2 or more lang na alkyl groups. Kapag 2 or more alkyl groups, same pa rin. Dapat yung lowest. Like, for example, for this one, dito siya nag-start 1, 2, ito yung naka-attach. Ito yung attachment, and this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hindi siya nag-start dito. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kasi 2, 4, 4, and here 2, 4, 4. Ito yung pinagkaiba nila, class. And you just have to read that, ha? Same explanation lang naman. Okay, I'll give you time to read. Kasi for this one, 2 to 4. Ma'am, bakit 2 to 4? Kasi ito number 2 and this one is number 2 also. Kapag ganito dito tayo nag-start na number, magiging 2, 4, 4. Kasi 2, 4, 4. Nagets nyo? So therefore, this is the correct one. Okay. Next, step number 3. So step 3 is locate and name the attached alkyl groups. Yan. Kapag nakita mo ng alkyl groups, you have to name that first. Okay, for example, here. Asan ba yung alkyl? Pag sinabi kong alkyl group, class, yun yung naka-attach sa carbon. Ito yung attachment. So this one is the alkyl, yung na-attach. CH3. Anong pangalan ng alkyl na to? Ilan yung carbon? Isa. Ang tatlo yung hydrogen. Go back to the table kapag hindi pa memorize yung naming. Kapag isang carbon, CH3, ano ang tawag sa alkyl? It's methyl. Excuse me. So this one is methyl. It is a methyl group. Okay? Okay, eto. Naka-attach ito. And ito. Sa number 4, naka-attach. So this CH3, ano nga to? Si methyl. How about this one? CH2, CH3, dalawang carbon. Kapag dalawang carbon, it is ethyl. Let's check, ha? Kapag tama si ma'am. Ito. CH3, CH2, ethyl. Dalawang carbon. Okay. So, step 1, step 2, step 3, next, step 4, and step 5. I-combine explanation ko na sa kanila. Step 4 is to combine the longest chain and the branches into the name, the position, and the name of the attached na alkyl groups, and indicate the numbers ng alkyl groups. Like, for example, for this one. Ano nga tong group na to? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons, so therefore it is, kung 4 it is, butane. Butane yung longest chain niya. Ito, 4. Oh no, nawala. Wait lang. So, 4 butane. Ito. So, understandable na this one is butane. First, yan ha, yan yung titingnan natin, yung longest chain. Next, ano nga yung step 2? Step 2 is mag-number. Sa pag-number, dapat pinaka-lowest yung number ng may naka-attach na group. So, here is may naka-attach. Ito yung naka-attach. So, therefore, nag-start yung numbering dito kasi number 2 lang siya and not here. Kasi kapag dito mag-start 1, 2, 3, magiging 3 siya. So, hindi siya lowest. So, dito nag-start yung number. Next, lagay natin number 2. Next, after that, we have to name isang alkyl group na ka-attach. CH3, diba sabi ko kanina, isang carbon. CH3, it is methyl. Hindi methane ha. Hindi methane. No, not methane, but methyl. Kasi naka-attach siya. Kapag naka-attach, that is alkyl. 2, and we have to put a dash and write the methyl. So, the correct writings for this one is 2 methyl butane. Ganun. So, the name for this one is 2 methyl butane. Oh, let's check. Yeah, bongga. 2 methyl butane. How about for this one? Okay, let's count first the number of the carbon na continuous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 siya. Do not count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do not count all the carbons, class ha. Mali yun. You only have to count yung continuous, yung nakasugpon-sugpon lang. Okay, not all of the carbons, but yung continuous lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5. Kapag 5 nga, ano nga? Pentane. You go back to the table ha and check nyo kung 5 pentane. Next is, we have to number. Saan magsisimula number? Dito or dito? In this case, dito siya nag-start. Kasi ito yung naka-attach. And this one yung naka-attach. Either way, pareho lang naman class. Kasi when you start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, and 4 pa rin. So, pentane. So, first, we have to write sa number 2. Ano yung naka-attach sa number 2? CH3. Diba? Dapat alam for this time. By this time, dapat alam nyo na yung CH3 is methyl. So, put a dash. Very important ang dash class ha. Hindi comma, hindi period, kundi dash. 2 methyl. And sa number 4, anong naka-attach is also CH3. So, 2, 4 methyl. 4 methyl. So, kasi pareho silang na methyl, we will use the prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, etc. And this, for this one, kasi dalawa silang methyl, we will use di. Because di is 2, tri is 3, tetra is 4, penta is 5. Okay? So, when we rewrite it, it will be 2, comma, 4. Ma'am, bakit kami? Sabi mo dash. Kasi kapag dalawang numbers, 2 or more numbers, dapat dash yung nagsaseparate. And this one, ganito pa lang tayo magkakama. Magda-dash, I mean, di, methyl, meaning dalawang methyl. Ano nga yung longest chain name? Pentane. So, this is now its name, the correct answer. Let's see. Bongga. Tama tayo, class. Erase ko to ha. And for this one, okay, let's count the number of carbons. 1, continuous, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kasi kapag 1, 2, 3, 4. Kapag dito 4 lang. So, the correct one is 5. Erase ko ha. Okay. And the number starts here. Pwede rin naman dito. Kasi parehas lang sila number 3. Ito yung naka-attach. Ano nga yung naka-attach? Anong alkyl? CH3. By this time, dapat super alam nyo na yan. Dapat methyl. Ito, methyl. So, since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kapag 5 carbons, ano nga yung name? 5-pentane. Ano number? Sa number 3. So, 3. Ilang methyl? Dalawa. So, di, methyl, pentane. Pwedeng 3, pwedeng 3, 3. But then, let us follow kung ano yung ginagamit ng book. Okay. Nilagay ng book ang dalawang number. So, therefore, we will follow this one. 3, 3. Kasi, sa number 3 na carbon, merong dalawang naka-attach. So, we will also write 2 number 3s. Okay? Gets? Okay? Okay, bongga. Ganun lang naman yung class yung naming ng mga alkanes with alkyl. So, if you find it hard, kapag hindi nyo naiintindihan, i-post nyo lang tong video na to and then you go back and go back. Actually, nag-add rin ako ng mga reading materials sa Moodle nyo, sa LMS. You can check that one because ang reading materials din yun, nagpo-provide ng other explanation pa sa naming. Baka doon mas madali para sa inyo. Tapos na tayo sa naming. Next, let's go to drawing. Kaya pa ba? Kayang-kaya. Sa drawing ng condensed formula structure, once alam nyo na yung naming class, madali lang yung pagdodraw. For example, draw a condensed structural formula for 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. Tapos baka magtaka kayo, 3-ethyl 2-methane. Bakit nauna si 3 kasi sa 2? Kasi class, alphabetical. Yung gusto ng naming, alphabetical. Kasi mas nauna si E sa M, so mauna si ethyl kasi kay methyl. You just have to remember alphabetical. I-delete ko ha. Next. Here, for this one, sa pagdodrawing, ang unang titingnan nyo class para madali. Look for the longest chain name. Kung anong functional group, hexane. So, hexane meaning alkane siya, single bond. Na ilan yung carbon? You go back to the table kapag hindi pa rin memorize. Ito sa hexane, ilan yung carbon? 6. Pero dapat memorize nyo na yan. Okay. Hexane. So, let us draw 6 carbon. No. Wait lang. Kaya pala hindi nagdo-drawing kasi nakapatay yung pen ko. 6 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, magda-dash na tayo dito. Okay. Carbon lang muna ha. Next. Next step is yung methyl group. Yung alkyl group. Sabi dito sa carbon number 3, merong naka-attach na ethyl. So, let's count 1, 2, 3. Heto yung carbon number 3. So, sa carbon number 3, mag-a-attach tayo ng ethyl. Ano nga yung chemical formula ng ethyl? Check natin para sure tayo. Si ethyl, ito, CH3CH2. So, ethyl, sa number 3, CH3CH2. So, done na rin ito. And sa number 2 daw, merong methyl. So, carbon number 1, 2. Ito yung carbon number 2. Attach rin tayo ng methyl. CH3. Kasi yung methyl, diba, CH3? Pwede class sa ilalim, pwede nyo ilagay sa ilalim, pwede nyo ilagay sa itaas. Depende sa inyo kung saan nyo gusto. Pwede rin naman dito sa ilagay na lang natin dito sa ilalim para balance rin naman sila. Uy, dito. CH3. Then, the final will be to add hydrogen sa lahat. Okay? So, lahat dito si carbon, may naka-branch dito na hydrogen. So, H. Dito, isa na lang na hydrogen na ilagay kasi may naka-attach na dito eh. Kita nyo ba? Change ko kayo ng color. Ayan, dito H. Dito, isang H na lang kasi may naka-attach na rin na group sa number 3. Dito, dalawa. Kasi wala pa. And dito, dalawa. Dito, dalawa. And dito, tatlo. None. So, this is the expanded structural formula. Pero yung pinapahanap, pinapadrawing sa atin is condensed. So, converting it in condensed, sabi ko diba, i-separate natin. Ay. Okay. So, write tayo. The condensed formula is C, ng carbon 1, 2, 3. CH3, bond, C, isa na lang hydrogen, H, and may nakaband na ethyl, CH3 dash C, ilan na lang hydrogen? Isa, and may nakaband nga ethyl, CH3 CH2, next C CH2, oh no, hindi kasya. Wait, ipagkasya natin. Ulit. Okay, to rewrite it, dito ko na lang ilagay sa ilalim para mas malinis, class. First, this one. C, ilang hydrogen? Ilang hydrogen? 1, 2, 3. So, H3, bond. Next, carbon. Ilang hydrogen? Isa na lang. Kasi, may nagband sa ilalim na methyl, CH3. Bond, C. Ilang hydrogen? Isa na rin. Kasi, may nagband na ethyl, CH3, CH2. Tapos bond, dito na tayo. C, ilang hydrogen? Dalawa. Next, ilang hydrogen? Dalawa rin. And C, ilang hydrogen? 1, 2, 3. CH3. Tama ba? So, likas ka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this is the final answer. Okay, guys. Nakikita ba? Actually, class, nilagay na rin naman yan sa... Ay, hindi ko pala nilagay. Pero this is the final answer. Ito yung steps. So, you read that again na lang, ha? Sa pag-draw. May reading materials rin sa pag-drawing ng alkane. So, you have to read the reading materials uploaded to your Moodle. Okay? Next, cycloalkanes. When we speak of cycloalkanes, this is an alkane in which carbon forms a ring. Ha? Kapag yung alkane, yung carbon nagpo-form ng ring, it is cyclo. Diba cyclo, parang circle kasi cycle. So, may ring. So, cycloalkanes. It is important to remember that each carbon atom still possesses 4 bonds, and that hydrogen is assumed to be bonded to the carbon unless something else is indicated. Kapag hindi in-indicate, class, yung mga element na nakaband sa carbon sa ring, automatic hydrogen yan. Pero kapag may nag-indicate na iba, nakasulat rin naman yan. Pero kapag walang nakalagay, matik yan na hydrogen. For example, cyclo. We always add cyclo in the name. Cyclo. Propane. Ilang carbon nga? 3. You go back to the table. 1, 2, 3. Butane. Cyclobutane. Ilang carbon? 4. So, square yung condensed formula. Triangle here. Cyclopentane. 5. Cyclohexane is 6. Ganun yung cycloalkanes. So, ito. Pentagon, letter A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, kasi 5, it is cyclopentane. Pero, ito, as you can see, may naka-attach na methyl. So, it is, kapag may naka-attach na methyl, we will just put the methyl at the front. No need to write the number ha kung saan naka-attach kasi naka-ring rin naman siya. It's okay. So, it's a methyl cyclopentane. How about for this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it is hexane. Cyclohexane. Anong naka-attach? Parehong methyl. So, ilan methyl? 2. So, it is di-methyl cyclohexane. So, correct. And for the shapes of the cycloalkanes, this is the cyclopropane. Diba, 3. Ito yung triangle. Cyclobutane, square, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pentane, dapat 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on. Chair form, the boat form. Okay. So, class, I added an assignment ha sa Moodle nyo. Research more on the topic of the shapes of the cycloalkanes and the cis-trans isomers. Yung cis-trans isomer nasa page, if you are using the if you are using the 10th, ilang edition na to? If you are using the latest edition ng book natin, nasa page 356 siya. Pero yung in-upload ko kasi, hindi yung latest edition eh. So, sa hindi latest edition, hanapin nyo na lang. As example, yung cis and trans isomers. After lang naman na topic ng cycloalkanes. You have to read and write your explanation sa lecture quiz booklet and lagyan nyo sa itaas, tagan nyo ng label na assignment number 1, finals. So, the criteria for grading, the complete thought is 30 points, explanation 30, example 15, diagram 15, the neatness and organization is 10 points. So, that is. So, class, medyo mahirap to. Yung organic compounds na pag-name and yung drawing. But then, kapag nakuha nyo naman yung gist, yung thought, especially na memorize nyo na yung table and yung mga formula nila, nagiging madali na lang. So, you really have to memorize it by heart. We don't have a choice. Ganito talaga yung lessons natin. But this will be very useful kasi mayroon pa naman kayong Anachem and Biochem someday. At least, the discipline is there. And, I will tell it na ha, lalabas talaga ito sa exam. Magdo-drawing talaga kayo sa exam and magne-name talaga kayo sa exam. Ganon yun. So, you really have to study. Okay? If you have more question sa during meetings na lang, but then I have provided again reading materials and yung submission ng assignment is November, next week sa Tuesday. I put it sa LMS kung kailan yung deadline. So, uploaded na rin ito. Yung PDF na to, uploaded na rin. Yung video, i-upload ko na lang. And if you have more questions, sa next meeting na lang ha. And mag-iiwan pa ako ng more on activities about sa naming and sa drawing para masanay kayo. Okay? This time, you have really to do well kasi wala ng plus points. Naubos nyo na lahat sa midterm yung plus points. Okay? Okay, thank you class.